Okay, so new name, Sam's Sentient Sessions. That is the new name. Let's go. I'm a sentient being, absolutely divine, with a mind that transcends linear time. I know that within the limitations of physical life, there's many treasures to find. I bring what lays dormant in the dark to light. I embark on the journey within. The inner voice is my very best friend. I am a vessel. I channel messages from the infinite. I translate energy into words. I am the result of this broken generational curse. Within, I found the freedom for which we have always yearned. I see visions. I have dreams. I have the power to bring thoughts into reality. I love words. I always have. I've been quiet before. I learned to observe. I see your patterns. I feel your hurt. God, I just pray in this moment that I'm allowed to be grounded. Allow me to ground myself in the word and the messages. I allow myself to be open as a clear channel for any message. Allow the God in me to relate to the God in the viewer, and allow this to align to whoever is meant to. Thank you, Ashe. Okay. So, Sam Sentient Sessions, new title. I am a being who is energy. I can't label myself. I think I've tried to label myself, but every time I label myself, it does a disservice to everything else that I do. So now, I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna channel messages however I'm supposed to. That can be a range of ways. I even have a picture open right now because it's the mood I'm in. I feel like a warrior princess. I do a lot of things, so these are gonna look different, and I say Sam Sentient Sessions so that I'm able to do this at a whim, because you could put a time limit on anything material, but you can't schedule spirit. It doesn't happen like that. So yes, I have my cards out because they help guide the message, but I have a talent of going full circle. I have a great talent at talking, saying a bunch of things, and it comes full circle. So yes, that is what I have to say. I'm the type of person, I like to go back to the drawing board. I'm gonna try things over and over and over until I like it, until I get it back. I would rather try and fail than to not try at all. And I feel like in this moment, before I even touch the cards, the message I have is about patience. You know, I realize, I'm going to give an example of work. Where I work is very machine-like, robotic, and everyone prides themselves on how fast they move. I don't give a fuck. I'm literally there to work and go home. But what I realized is when my phone lit up, that's my side hustle. That's the side hustle. Fuck that. I go there and I go home and I learn my lessons because I'm able to engage a lot with spirit. I don't seek spirit. We just in constant communication, you know what I'm saying? I'm a very to myself in my shell type of person. So yeah, when I'm at work, it's very, everyone really prides themselves on moving really fast to the point where I'm laughing because they're just like, I can't. So they're pissed off because I realize when I relax, I move faster. And I feel like that in itself is symbolic to life. When we're in a rush, we miss certain things. I feel like this journey is about the scenic route. Seeing what you like, just when you see things, you're able to pick things up. If I was so focused on how fast I was moving, I wouldn't realize that relaxing is what enables me to move fluidly. You know, also in the same lessons, I guess this is just summarizing my lessons of the week. I was rushing to work. And that was the same day that it really dawned on me that when I relax, I move fluidly, I move smoother, I move with more grace. I was rushing to work, and I had so many times to go back. I didn't have a hair tie. I was wearing a wig, you know what I'm saying? I needed to tie my hair up. I didn't have a hair tie. So I'm like, damn, I'm not going back. I just figured out rushing. And I've been told before to stop rushing. That's how my nail broke. Stop rushing. Take your time. So I rush out. I forget the headband, yeah, whatever. The bus actually came a little later than I expected. I get to the bus stop. I don't know where my bag is. My work bag. I don't know where my work bag is. So I'm just like, where's my work bag? Where's my work bag? I'm frantic. I had to pee. I'm going to the stadium. They won't let me in. I come back. That's when it dawned on me. I don't got my work bag. I'm like, did I leave it on the bus? I go inside the station. I'm like, yo, I don't know where my work bag is. Maybe it's on the bus. He said, you're going to have to go to another building. I'm like, oh my God, another building? No. He said, that's the best we could do. So my bus is about to leave. I'm like, damn, I got to get on the bus. So I get on the bus and I'm just like, damn, if I would have just calmed down, I would not have experienced any of this. Because, you know, yeah, I got to work on time, but that feeling of being frantic, I believe that set an intention when I left this space. When I left this space, it's like the intention was I'm frantic. So now I have a bunch of events of just franticness. So before I started my shift, I had to make sure to drink a cup of tea, like to relax. I needed to relax. And then I relaxed, and then my day went so much more smoother. So I'm just like, oh man, what is the rush? Because that rush that I had just made everything a lot more complicated. And patience, in my opinion, patience in my life has been a skill that I've had to learn. I am a very head first type of person, like to the point where, yes, I will headbutt a wall. Like, I move swiftly, but I'm learning to sit and just wait, or sit and just allow. I want to be. And I'm realizing I can't control the things around me, and sometimes I can't even control myself. I can't be in a rush. Even within my own life, even within my own being. I set goals. I set goals for weeks now, because I used to make these big lofty goals and get upset with myself when I wouldn't accomplish it, but now I just make goals per week. I make goals per day. And I accomplish things a lot better by just making those goals in those moments, and they're attainable. And I maintain my discipline, because when I set the lofty goals and I'm in a rush to get towards those big goals, I burn myself out. I don't want to burn out. I want to flow. I am meant to flow, move, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the start of this message. I feel it. It's about patience. Which cards do I want to pull first? Do I want to pull cards? I do. Because I could just keep talking without them. But again, I'm the type of person, if I'm talking, I'm going to go everywhere. And it's beautiful. I appreciate the way that I speak now, you know? But I do want to stay within time constraints. So that's why I take cards. And I've been, you know, learning new ways to deal with my cards. And I know that I can't do it the way everyone else does it. I'm Sam the Fairy. I'm doing things how I want to do it. And I'm allowing nobody, nothing, to dictate how I'm going to flow. I can't control the flow of another, so nobody can control my flow. And I don't allow anything to infiltrate my circle of peace. So that being said, also I realized with relaxing, when I relax, I have a tendency to like irritate the people at work because they're all high stress, high anxiety, and I'm just really calm. So it starts to project onto me and I start to feel frantic, but I realize it's not me. And every time I realize it's not me, I calm down again. And they usually say something. And I'm just like, oh my God, I've been really understanding projection nowadays. You know, they do say like when you're moving in the energy of love, when you're moving in the energy of peace, it irritates, stirs up people's demons because not everyone has peace. And I even see it in myself. There's a mild addiction to stress. Sometimes we search for things that are going to stress us out because it's an addiction that has been cultivated for us within the society to be stressed out and to be okay feeling stressed to the point where when I'm relaxed, when I'm really relaxed, I start to get worried. Like, what's going on? Why am I this calm? I've been adjusting to it, like, slowly. Not slowly. Yeah, really slowly, actually. Like, it's been a couple years of me calming down my nervous system because I used to be high anxiety. Even recently, I got a massage. And that was a different type of experience. And I'm even calmer from that point on. And I want to maintain that calm. So it's like in layers, I've been calming down more and more and more, and you know, allowing. You know what? I have a book that I was reading, and I related to it, so I'm gonna read that book. 1 second. Let me just get the book. See, I'm telling y'all, I just messages come how they come. I'm not controlling them anymore. I'm not yeah, I could call myself a reader, but I'm just a messenger. I'm a channeler. When I feel called to do something, I do it. Like, I felt this so heavy. Where is it? So, this book is called The Spirit of Intimacy, Ancient African Teachings in the Ways of Relationships by, I'm going to say it, but hopefully, you know, I get it right. So with all respect, this is how I'm saying this author's name. Sobonfu Some. So on page 62, they said, in my own case, I had to learn to let go of my defenses and any need to control. I had to trust spirit absolutely for guidance. But you know, many things are easier said than done, especially when we are anxious. I remember many times when I would spit and scream and yell at spirit when I felt frustrated. But this is to be expected. It is all part of the learning process. So this took time. Like, imagine, actually, I'm going to go back to this example I have. Imagine coming from a position where your life is nothing but stress and you win the lottery. You win the lottery. Now you have a bunch of money. You can cultivate this stress-free life. You know what they end up doing? Going right back to the position where they were because they have not shifted mentally. They have not shifted spiritually or emotionally out of that state of stress. So they're going to cultivate a life of stress around that thing that they thought was about to set them free, that was about to free their... You can free yourself materially, but you cannot free your mind unless you work towards freeing your mind. Because yes, they have, like, even think of rappers. Think of people who come into a lot of money after living a hard life. You come into all that and just scramble it. Like, the appreciation of it is your worth. So now you're using it to prove your worth. Because you haven't understood the freedom that is your mind, the freedom that is you being, existing, regardless of what you have and what defines you on this physical plane. People usually end up reverting back to things that initially brought them so much stress because it's so new to have the opportunities to create peace within your life in that way. They haven't learned those skills. So it takes time, and it's okay. And it's okay to be frustrated. So I've also come back to work, and I'm understanding to see them from a different lens, because I'm learning to see others as God. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm learning to see the God in others as I see in myself. I love myself, so I must love others. And I'm learning it's okay if people are irritated by my presence because it's new. It's new. I'm very stress-free. Like, and I'm still working towards more stress-free. You know what I'm saying? So, to start this off, well, I already started. It's 14 minutes in. But, because I do want to pull a couple cards just to, just to make sure I stay on track. But I'm going to put my like songs on shuffle. I am clairaudient. I'm clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant, claircognizant. Sometimes the smell kicks in, but I don't like that. And I'm not going to, because when you bring awareness to certain gifts, they develop more. I'm not bringing awareness to that because there's certain people, like, I can't describe it, like especially I saw it last year after I got attuned. After I got attuned, I'm a level 1 Reiki healer. I started smelling shit on people. Like, I would smell shit on people if they were in like a lot of shit. Like, if they had a lot of shit sitting on their spirit, I would smell shit. And I definitely was like, please God, I don't really want this. I'm sorry. Like, if this is a gift, I'm sorry. I don't want it. And it still kicks in every now and again, but it's not my favorite. But definitely clairsentience, clairvoyance, claircognizance, and clairaudient. And I utilize the clairaudience and the claircognizance a lot. We all have these gifts. It just, again, when you bring awareness to things, they develop more. So my songs is on shuffle. Hold on. Okay, so I got my songs on shuffle. I will pull cards just to see. I really love this deck. It's the Bad Girl Oracle deck. I'm cool Oracle. Like, I do have trading tarot cards, but Spirit was just like, please learn to read them without looking them up. But I be needing to know more information on things. That's just how I work. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna look it up after. And it do be on point. Like, I just look at the picture and then I read it. That's why I like Oracle. Like, it's easier. And I'm starting to learn how to shuffle on my left. Don't pay attention to how messy it is. This is just how I do it. Okay, I pulled a card, the witch. Perfect time to develop your skills, your skill set. And there's a lot of just like, a lot of people don't understand this level of being tapped in. I'm so overprotective of you. Yeah, some people don't understand like this level of being tapped in. It brings about fear. It brings about like the preconceived notions of card reading or crystals or things of that nature. I use the Bible to divine, to divinate. And when you read the Bible, and a lot of people do not read the Bible for real. When you read it, I gotta get my personal Bible. But when you read it, they do the same things. It's intuition. I can do this with no cards. It's intuition. Where does intuition come from? Spirit. What is spirit? God. What is God? All and everything. Energy. We are energy. Some of us know how to read energy. And I learned to just stop caring. I used to care, and I used to be so fearful of being myself because of people fearing me. But it don't matter how I present, how reserved I become, how much on the low I do things. First of all, that only restricts me. I have a purpose that I need to accomplish, you know? But it doesn't matter how on the low I am and how I go about things. I still stand out like a sore thumb. It don't matter if I was without my piercings, without the colors. It's an energy. Energy is different. Again, going back to it, the state of peace, we can feel it. We feel each other's energy. We are energy, you know? So I understand the things that I do, and I don't give a fuck about explaining it no more. I used to want to explain shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm not Google. I'm not Google. The outlaw. Again, like, I've been outcasted mad times. I don't give a fuck no more. That's my journey, and I've just accepted it. Like, talking to me, talking to me. Talking talking to me, Anne-Marie. Yeah, like, I'm in constant communication. I'm in a constant state of understanding the psychic, you know? It was in reverse, so I'll say just can't see. Okay, the psychic in reverse. I would say it's not something that's meant to be understood. It's not something that's meant to be explained. I don't have to talk. I used to waste a lot of energy talking or explaining. I'm not in the energy to explain myself anymore. I have messages. I'll share my messages. You get it. You get it. You don't. You don't. I don't care. It's not my business to. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do within my purpose. And I know my intentions. And again, like, in those situations also, I realized people didn't appreciate the words that I shared, or didn't respect me, or respect my intuition. I'm not looking for respect anymore. I respect myself. I've learned my respect. I've learned that the respect I have for myself is more important than anyone else's approval. And that's also, work has really been school, and every time I dream about it, I just see a big ass high school. There's something that people do where they're cliquey. So if someone within their clique does not approve of me, they won't talk to me in front of their clique, but they'll try to talk to me in private. And I don't give a fuck. You're not talking to me at all. And I've just been moving like that because, again, I used to really, it wasn't that I was seeking approval, it's just that I really wanted to share my thoughts with somebody or explain the things that I felt or give them the insight that I had, and they wouldn't respect me. They wouldn't respect me. They wouldn't appreciate me. They'll go behind my back. They'll talk shit about me. They'll say that I'm crazy even though they know I'm spot on. And it used to hurt. I don't give a fuck no more. Like, I've gotten to this point where I just don't care. There's nothing to care about. Again, I'm realizing when people don't understand something, it's new to them, they have this automatic reaction, this defensiveness against it. And I can't control that. Sometimes I can't control the processes that I myself am going through. So I would rather focus more on that than focus on the perceptions of others, because the only perception that matters in my own reality about myself is my own. What song is this? Since 6, Key Glog, hot like a motherfucking skillet. What? This song is hitting. I don't even know the lyrics, so balance, you know? We balancing. I feel more balanced when I acknowledge my shadows and acknowledge my shadows and acknowledge my high self. Cause you know, when I was in that love and light bullshit, I kept wanting to make sure people liked me, or not liked me, but understood me. Balance is not giving a fuck too. Like, as much as I want to help, I have to know when to fold, when to just step away, when to let things be what it is. Cause when I used to try to be in this energy of getting someone to understand me, man, I would lose myself in it. Younger me, middle school me, was quick to say someone was stupid. And I'm not gonna do that now, unless I have to. Like, cause again, it's not people's, like, we don't have the same journey, so no one's gonna really understand the things that I understand in the ways I understand it. Everyone understands things in a different way. But I abandoned that part of myself that would be like, wow, I don't give a fuck out my face. Like, I used to really be in that energy of I don't give a shit, and I started giving a fuck. And I feel like once I started giving a fuck, like, life just got a lot harder. Now I feel back in just like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm balancing my shit out, man. That shadow is necessary as fuck. And I'm never ever gonna try to play all holier than thou, man. Confusion. Yeah, I used to be just playing holier than thou. Was just not, like, trying to uphold this level of maturity, or naturally, if I just relax and I just be me and I flow, I am what I am. I don't gotta worry about how I'm perceived, because I'm just being, I'm just existing. I would rather be approved by myself than to be approved by many and hate myself low key. On a real moment, this girl came up to me at work. She said, I like that you're just able to be yourself. Like, you're your own person. I try, but I can't. That was some real shit. Because while I will not speak to her like that, and she definitely did walk past me when she was with her friend, she gave me insight into just understanding what was really happening. Like, people seek approval from others. And that's also why people start rushing. Because you're looking to be liked, or you're looking to keep up, or you're looking to be ahead. That competition mindset. And you lose yourself in it. You let yourself be confused about who you are versus how you're seen. To the point where you feel like you can't even, there's no you. We are all our own person. We are all individuals. We choose that herd mentality. We choose to stop ourselves from doing the things that we truly desire because we care what other people are going to say about us. We can't control how people feel, because let me tell you something that I've noticed too. At work, right? Despite how people react and talk shit about me, each one of them will talk to me in private. Each one of them in the same clique will try to talk to me in private. They're just trying to get me to be approved by their clique. I don't want to do that. and I won't talk to ya. I keep things very professional, very cordial. I'm not really looking. First of all, your coworkers are not your friends. They shouldn't be. You don't want to be friends with your coworkers. If you meet someone and you fuck with them, that's cool. But like that whole, yeah, no, I'm here to make money. I'm here to go home. I don't want to develop any emotional attachments to this place. I've done that before. It's not fun. I'm not here to develop emotional attachment. I'm here to work and go home. Like, but this is just me also just going back. Listen. The only person's approval who really matters is your own. And that's a lot of shame to work through. Because all our lives we're projected on, and we're just instilled with more reasons to be ashamed of ourselves and more reasons to feel like we'll never be enough. This is the life that like has been cultivated for us within this reality. One of aligning to struggle. Sever vows of poverty. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of enduring any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. I've separated myself from a lot of things, to be very real. Like, I will never speak on myself as being poor or being in a struggle, or because I'm not. I have everything that I need at all times. That's all that matters to me. I don't give a fuck about a dollar amount. I don't give a fuck about none of that. If I have my needs met, God has blessed me abundantly. If I don't need for nothing, I'm telling you, I was in the previous apartment I was in. Man, no furniture. It was cold as fuck. We had cold ass water. And I was just grateful I was able to shower, because before that, I was sleeping in a fucking U-Haul during the rain. So I just be grateful as fuck now. Like, I've experienced so many shit, so many things that just makes me happy to experience things that make me feel good. Like, there's simple pleasures in this life that we take for granted a lot. Having a bed to sleep in, I did not realize how beautiful that is till I was sleeping on the floor. There's so many things we take for granted. I'm appreciative of all of it, and it creates more abundance within my life, because I would rather focus on what I'm happy about right now, because there's always something to be grateful for, than to focus on everything that, like, even when I'm talking about work, man, I'm telling you, I would rather see the lessons in this, the blessings in what I'm able to pick up, than to be upset about everything else. You know what I'm saying? And it's valid to be upset sometimes. It's valid to feel like you need more. It's valid to want things. There's a balance within that. Because if we lean too much on I don't ever have what I need, you're going to be put in more positions to need more. I've seen it. I've done it. I've felt it. I understand it. I fumbled some bags. Let me tell you, I fumbled some bags by not being grateful for that bag. Now I'm just like humbly accepting things and just flowing in it and choosing to make good moments in every day, because the presence is a blessing in itself. I am grateful for the first thing I'm grateful for every day is to wake up. Gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. I know she bad. What's new? Sure, bad is. I want you, babe. Okay, that song. What it do? I'm grateful to be me. Like, sometimes I really just, at the basics of it, I have to pat myself on the back. I have to cheer myself on. You'll be surprised, like, when people assume, like, you're well received, they'll make sure that they're the one who does not receive you well. And that happens to me by multitudes of people. And I be laughing about it because I'm like, bro, do you understand how strong it is to have people talk about you in your fucking face, behind your back, and know it? To have visions and dreams about it and to keep pushing? That's some strength. And I will always pat myself on the back for that. I will always pat myself on the back. I would celebrate myself for that. Because when you try to step away from the crowd get upset. They feel like they're not being approved of. They're feeling rejected, so they're trying to project that onto you. Do you? And don't rush. Don't allow this reality, don't allow the perceptions around you to dictate how you live your own life. You're more in control of your own fluidity, your own flow, than you realize, or than you allow. So that was the message. Because I've reached 35 minutes. But I will be doing more. And I'll be doing them in shorter time spans. How I feel to do it. So thank you for watching this. And please come back if you would like to. God bless you. Thank you.